Welcome to the Deep Dive. This is where we take your insights, your sources, and really unpack them to get to the good stuff, those nuggets of knowledge.
Right.
Today, we're diving into something really relatable, I think. It's that feeling, that relentless feeling of constantly running through life. We've got a fascinating source, the lyrics from Connor Price's song Running. It just paints such a vivid picture, almost raw, of this experience across different life stages.
Yeah, it really does.
So our mission today isn't just to describe the feeling. We want to dig into the paradox here. Why does all this running often lead to, well, exhaustion, not peace, even when we hit our goals?
That's the key question, isn't it?
Yeah, what's driving this pace?
Yeah.
And, can we actually ever step off the treadmill? Okay, let's unpack that.
Absolutely. And what these lyrics give us is this really raw, honest look at the pressures, internal and external, that seem to define so much of modern life.
Right.
We're going to trace this journey starting from like a period of stagnation and moving into this phase of intense hyperproductivity. But the whole time, there's this consistent undercurrent of urgency, almost haunting, like you said.
Yeah.
And it makes you ask, is all running created equal? Or does it sort of change, does its nature, its cost, transform as we go through life?
Okay, so let's start with a lyric start. In the early 20s, a time I think many listeners might recognize that feeling of being unproductive.
Wherever you're coming.
The person in the song shares this deep internal struggle, right? Saying, swallow back anxiety, it hurt my stomach, and admits, I don't really like this version of me.
Wow.
It's that picture of being stuck inside the comfort zone when nothing grows. You can almost feel it, that weight of wishing you were doing more, but you're just stuck.
Yeah, paralyzed almost. What do you think is going on there psychologically?
Well, it feels like that classic internal conflict, doesn't it? That analysis paralysis you hear about.
Exactly. That paralysis is huge. And the lyrics nail it.
Yeah.
Kept saying, I'll do it next year. That was last year. And then the time before that was the year before. Yeah. Leading to 5 years passing me by. Nothing but promises to myself, I guess, that I lied. It's not just, laziness. It's the emotional toll.
Right, the weight of it.
The weight of that unfulfilled potential, that conflict. Wanting to move, but being unable to. Maybe too many choices, maybe fear of the wrong choice. It's overwhelming.
It sounds like that tyranny of the shoulds, too. Like what you think you should be doing.
Precisely. External expectations, or even just this idealized version of yourself, it creates this internal pressure cooker.
Yeah.
And that leads to harsh self-criticism, like, I don't really like this version of me.
Yeah.
And ultimately, regret. Even questioning your own integrity. How can I tell my kid to try when I ain't even tried?
That's powerful. Such a reality check.
It really is.
And then the lyrics shift. It's quite dramatic. This image, putting that version of myself in a casket to rest. And coming back, eyes bloodshot, looking like I'm back from the dead, barely catching Z's, let alone catching my breath. It's like a rebirth, but it feels born out of sheer exhaustion and regret, not like calm planning.
Right, not a peaceful transition.
No. And the drive is this constant internal voice. Everybody talking in my head, hurry up, I don't want to stop, and they forget, hurry up, only ever chasing what's next, hurry up, only ever running from a grave.
That hurry up refrain is key.
So what's happening psychologically there? Is it really shedding the past self or just redirecting that same pressure?
That's a great question. That casket image is so strong. I think what we're seeing is a shift, like you said, from that analysis paralysis to a kind of frantic, well, it's avoidance motivated.
Avoidance.
Yeah.
Okay.
This early running, it isn't about calmly chasing a goal. It feels more like an urgent escape.
Escaping what?
Escaping the regret of inaction. Escaping the fear of being forgotten.
Yeah.
Escaping that grave of an unlived life he mentioned. And that internal voice, hurry up, lest they forget. It's often fueled by comparing yourself to others.
Right. Looking around at everybody else, they're having success, wasting my time waiting.
Exactly. That comparison trap, it triggers that, FOMO, fear of missing out.
Yeah.
Which creates this intense need to do something, anything really, just to break free and catch up.
Even if you don't know exactly where you're going?
Precisely. Even if the destination isn't clear. It's just this primal urge to move, to prove yourself, to outrun that version of yourself you didn't like.
Okay, so that sets the stage. Then the narrative jumps. Fast forward to the late 20s, and things have completely flipped.
Dramatically.
Now the person is overly productive, confidently saying, everything I want from life I take from it. I set plans, had a goal, hit them all.
It sounds like success.
It does. It seems like those promises were finally kept. He found a path, seized opportunities, achieved things, and got that satisfaction, everyone who doubted couldn't say nothing.
The vindication.
Yeah. It's the kind of win many people strive for after feeling stuck. But here's the twist, right? Does this success bring the peace you'd expect?
Well, that's where it gets complicated, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a striking transformation, absolutely, from paralysis to, like, decisive action and achievement.
Right.
But the lyrics immediately add this new layer,
Yeah.
and it perfectly illustrates something psychologists call the hedonic treadmill.
Hedonic treadmill. Explain that.
It's the idea that humans tend to return to a relatively stable level of happiness despite major positive or negative events or life changes. So you achieve a goal.
Let's feel good for a bit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But then you adapt. The goalposts shift. New expectations arise, and you find yourself having to run even faster just to maintain that same level of perceived satisfaction or success.
Ah, okay. So the lyrics show this.
Clearly, it says, while the goals were met, it took a toll. Achieving success doesn't automatically mean lasting contentment. Instead, you get new challenges, like work-life balance. I've been trying to juggle that. And then that incredibly personal detail. Son is on the phone crying, asking when we coming back, trying to get this money stack. He just wants his mom and dad.
Oof. That hits hard.
It really does. It shows the profound cost, sometimes heartbreaking, of this constant running, this hyperproductivity. The struggle isn't just internal anymore.
It affects family, loved ones.
Right. It shows the human price of always chasing what's next.
So it's not just professional success. It's portrayed as, well, an absolute grind.
Definitely a grind.
The lyrics paint this picture, right? Non-stop work,